and girls, children of all ages, step right up for another episode of Cardboard Insanity.
Shut up and sit down.
The faithful have returned.
Yes.
We were gone for a long time, but the numbers on the first episode were very good, so thank you all for listening, and welcome back to Cardboard Insanity.
Woohoo.
We are in our normal seats. I'm in my chair. Horsey Avenger has her back to the window, and Squeaky Bandanas is laying in her bed that has a convenient roof that she refuses to use.
It is the weirdest thing.
Well, the dog or the bed?
Probably both of them.
Should we start off real quick by addressing the Northern Flicker situation?
By all means. Let's go over this one more time.
We were at Hercules' house yesterday, at the Bearded Pyro on the Twitter, and we were talking about woodpeckers because they had a bird feeder that was right outside the window, and there was like a red-bellied woodpecker out there, and we got talking about ornithology as us nerds tend to do, and he said something about a family of northern flickers living around there, and I went, aha!
Right, and I knew it was just a conspiracy. And then he produces two random feathers that he claims he found in his yard.
He bought them from northernflicker.com.
I'm sure he did. And I'm sure
woodpeckerhoax.net.
I'm sure you two had, conversed beforehand and set this all up because, yes, you would do
I haven't
that.
seen the man in 5 months. Last time I did, I was slightly inebriated.
Is that right?
Yeah. I can't make that up. The Northern Flicker's real just because you don't believe and you don't see it. Todd on Twitter said he has them that...
Okay, so far, only males have seen this supposed northern flicker.
So
I haven't had a woman chime in on this, that there's actually been a sighting. So
look, there's one right now.
We have the blinds up.
I can still see it. I see a cardinal. So there hasn't been Northern Flickers at our bird feeder because winter came back and ruined spring, probably forever.
For sure.
Spring's probably never coming back. I feel like Elsa.
I can't believe we drove home in a blizzard.
We
the
did.
other
We
day.
we drove home in almost a whiteout. It was ridiculous.
It was a whiteout.
It was insane.
I totally did not expect that.
No, but yeah. So spring's broken. I was supposed to fish yesterday. I had a dream last night that I was fishing.
Oh yeah.
It was very awkward. I didn't catch anything. I was in a boat full of people I didn't know.
Well, of course you're not going to catch anything. Everything is frozen around here.
Of course you're not going to catch anything. It's Michigan.
Yeah. Well.
Why do I live here?
I don't know.
Some life choices questionable.
Very questionable.
Yeah. Let's talk about some other questionable life choices.
Okay.
Let's talk about the miniature market sale that put a big hurt on our we're not going to buy games philosophy.
Right.
So that morning,
that kind of broke.
I
when
always
that sale
check
came
Amazon because I've been looking for Raptor forever, and it's been out of print for whatever reason. I don't know if whatever, but I haven't been able to get it. And with Bruno Faiduti coming up and the next two episodes. Oh, did I mention that before? Bruno Faiduti, the one and only Bruno Faiduti, the king of citadels.
Yeah, you were dropping some serious hints in the last episode, but yeah.
No. So Bruno is going to be on the show. An interview that I recorded last year, and like we said in episode, whatever the last episode was, I have no idea. I don't know what the numbers are. Anyway, life happened, and we didn't end up publishing that interview. So I have that interview now, and I'm really excited about it. And I picked up Raptor because I want to talk about that one. Hopefully we'll like it. I probably shouldn't even say this till I play it.
I like the components.
So that's a half a victory already.
Yeah, I love opening new boxes.
It's again about playing Baby Dinosaur. So how bad could it be?
Exactly.
So anyway, I wanted to get that, and then we have another guest coming on the show later this summer who I'm not going to say yet, but he has a new game out from Ravensburger. Mm-hmm. So if you guys can figure that one out, good on you. But I wanted to get that game as well because I said, well, this is his new game. He hasn't published a game non-digitally in quite a while. So we should get that and play that. So I'm like, okay, good. I wasn't going to buy games, but I always tell the Horsey Avenger when I recant on
famous
my
last
plans.
words.
Right, but I've justify it. I've always got the justification. I'm like, well, we kind of needed it.
Yeah.
It's for the show.
It's for yeah, exactly.
I don't even want these games. I don't even like them. Bruno, but no. So I was feeling pretty good about that. Then I got to work, and being the diligent employee I am, the first thing I do is go on Board Game Geek when I get there.
Right.
Got to make sure the board game world sky isn't falling. And lo and behold, Miniature Market's having a sale. And
you knew that I needed to do some serious shopping for the Hercules, which I can say because by the time this airs, he'll be presented with his gifts.
yeah, right.
So yeah, he's won an award at work, and I was delegated the shopping authority.
Right. So you had an excuse.
So
I had no
an
excuse.
Yeah.
I logged on to that thing, and they had some ridiculous prices, and I ended up getting Twilight Struggle for $30, Porto Negro for $32, I think. I bought Tides of Time, even though I had recently traded it away, but that was only because somebody wanted it, and I got it for like $6. And for $6, it's well worth having. We like it enough that that's a restaurant game you can play at restaurants and stuff like that. And I got the Pax Porphyriana Collector's Edition, because Jeff Gamble of the Longview fame always says what a great game that is. As a matter of fact, he said if he could take one game to a desert island, that would be it.
Really?
So I bought that, and 2 playmats, and got out the door for $103. So I wasn't going to spend any money on board games. And that morning, I spent $170. And it's like, what?
It happens.
What? Yeah, well, it's like, I'm a large man, so that's how the buffet kind of seems. It's like the same thing. Like, I'm just going to have some green beans. What? How did I get a steak? Same thing. Like, what? Well, I really wanted the El Grande, but they sold out of that right away.
It did. And then you had texted me and said, well, you should go shop there for Hercules. And then I got sucked into down the rabbit hole I went. And I had picked so many good games out. I ended up getting Machikoro for him and Indigo.
Yep.
And I'm already drawing a blank. I had a couple games.
Indigo, Machikoro, Dice City.
Dice City,
Yep.
yes, because we had that. And I was trying to find games that he could play with his younger children, too.
Yeah.
Because he has several girls that like to play, and they're between the age of 4 and 13.
Yeah, 10 and 13,
So,
the older
and
two.
I think the older two play regularly with him, and his wife plays. So I wanted to make sure I had some good family games that they could bust out and play.
For reals.
So I thought those were pretty good choices. And then I stumbled across a game called Milestones.
Yep, from the Podfather, Stephen Bonacore, and Stronghold Games.
Yeah, so, and that just looked kind of cool, so I picked that up.
What was the other one you got? You got something else for us.
The Stauffer Dynasty.
Oh, the Stauffer Dynasty, yeah.
Yes.
So I'm kind of...
Because I've been looking at that one, and the price was right.
The price is always right when they have those sales. But the best thing about that sale, and I know you didn't get to take part in this, I'll try not to be too much of a smack talker, but Board Game Geek has a certain amount of rage that's always present there. And this falls under my new axiom of not everything is for everyone. People were flipping out that Miniature Market didn't have enough copies of every sale item for every order. And I'm like,
oh my God,
guys,
really?
that's how a sale works.
Yeah.
Like, they have some extra stock. Get there, get it. If you don't, you don't. This is like the board game equivalent of Black Friday when they have a sale like that, where
That's
they have some really, really great stuff that they have a couple extra copies of. And people get bent out of shape because I didn't get it. Well, I don't know what to tell you. This happens with concert tickets. This happens with everything. There's a really good deal on stuff. This just happens.
Yeah.
Get over it. Not everything is for everyone. I'm sorry you didn't get what you wanted. I didn't get everything I wanted.
Yeah,
I got lucky.
I had Samurai Spirit in my checkout.
Yeah.
And by the time I checked out, which wasn't that long after, it was gone.
I was on the site and checked out in 5 minutes, and El Grande was gone.
Yeah. Because that's just
it's
what happens.
$45 for a $100 game. Like, that's, first of all, it's amazing that there's even one of those available. So don't be too angry about that. Be glad the opportunity existed.
Right.
Yeah. Does it suck you didn't get it? Sure. It sucks that I didn't get it either. But I don't know what to tell you. These things happen. You know how many good sales I've missed out on in my life? It's just the thing. Just deal with it.
Exactly.
Besides, how much... I always say this. People say, well, like, I saved all this money at the sale. Did you? Because would I have bought those games if they weren't on sale? No, I probably would have saved $100 if they weren't on sale. So anyway, I suppose it's not worth ranting about, but I guess it's just people get bent out of shape about something that's such a first world problem. Like, oh, I didn't get the sale.
Yeah,
fast
it falls
enough.
under the, there's certain people that will complain about picking up $100 bill when it lays right in front of them.
Yeah,
they have
like,
to bend over.
I had to bend over.
I had to bend over to pick it up.
I guess what I'm saying is people relax. Like if
Yeah.
you were able to get anything on that sale and you got it much cheaper than usual, you won. So maybe you didn't get everything, but you still probably got some stuff.
Exactly.
There's still stuff left on there now, and it ends tonight. And I'm probably going to go just make sure there's nothing awesome left.
Right, just in case missed it.
Yeah, what if something awesome got added? Mm-hmm. So anyway, enjoy the games you have.
That's true.
I don't know.
There's so many great games.
Yeah.
So many great games.
Yeah, and we just played a couple things today that we're getting ready for probably some reviews on the show. So we keep trying to play through new stuff. We've got more cool things coming in and more people lined up for the show. We're not going to probably play Mombasa today, and that's sort of unfortunate. Did we talk about Mombasa? I don't think because we played it Sunday, right?
We did play it on Sunday.
So we didn't talk about it because this was already episode, whatever the last episode was already done. Can we talk about Mombasa for a minute?
We should.
We played one game, so please don't consider this a review. It's one game. The only time I've ever played a game that caused that sort of brain meltiness, I think was the first time I played Tigris and Euphrates, and I tried to understand what in the crap was going on. And in hindsight, Tigris and Euphrates is a simple game compared to the beast to wrap your brain around that Mombasa is. That was a hard game to figure out.
Well, you had me set up the game, which usually...
I figured it'd help.
And it did. It did. It was really good. But usually you're the one that just lays everything out and explains it, and you're like, here's the book, set it up. And it took me almost 40 minutes.
It was something. I think our total playtime with rules was 3.5 hours.
It was.
It was like the entire Sunday afternoon. Now, that said, it ended up being well worth it. But the first half of the game, I did not think I liked it. Mm-hmm. It just turns out that the game is very hard to play well. And until you start doing things right, by the end of the game, we're sort of chaining actions and, and our game was really close. I think it was 89-86. I won by 3 points. I snaked it on the last turn with like one final card. I thought you had me too.
I thought I had you.
I was just going to be happy to be in the ballpark. But then I the way the scoring works, it's basically a stock market game. I don't even know how to explain this. There's a stock market element where you're sort of buying shares, getting shares in companies.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we need to play it more. The Horsey Avenger's kind of under the weather today, so it's not going to get played today.
A little bit. My brain's a little...
Your brain's a little too foggy for Mombasa. That's for damn sure.
Well,
but it's a very, very impressive design. Mm-hmm. I really, between that and Isle of Skye, Alex Pfister's becoming a favorite designer of mine at the very least, because Isle of Skye is amazing. And that's one we'll have to review too, because I think folks will like it. If we can get him to come on the show, then we'll definitely review Isle of Skye, and hopefully we can get enough plays of Mombasa to actually do that too. Yeah,
I was glad that we were able to play through that, and I'm looking forward to it. But it definitely, since I had to have a little bit of a cold, it's like, today's not the day that I want to tackle this. So
we're playing some other stuff today and getting things done while winter has
temporarily returned.
It's making me nauseous.
It's going to be 70 degrees by the end of the week.
Is there any other points of business we need to talk about?
I don't know.
How about the fact that I want to get into records and people should send me records?
Oh my God, you're developing a new addiction.
Well, listen, there's always, here's the thing with an addict, okay? There's always at least one addiction. Buying vinyls probably, I don't know if it's healthier than buying games. I mean, I think they take up less space. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I can go to garage sales and get used vinyl for like probably $1.
I was going to say this could be your summer adventure.
Ooh,
this year
I like that.
Is going to different garage sales to find those rare and little gems that are out there.
Yeah.
That people just...
I want to get back all the stuff I gave away once upon a time.
Yeah, I know. I had a big box of just all these unusual items that I carried over from Germany. So there's, a very eclectic 80s mix.
Like Frau Brucher's Papa mix?
I don't think so. No, this was like the the alternative music that came out in the 80s, even in when
Gustav Hersching plays the Bavarian waltzes.
Good Lord.
That's probably actually a real guy too. I just made